Right, so Mad Harry, he'd done a lot of prison time. This were a friend of mine. He'd done a lot of prison time, this guy. And, he weren't a good looking guy. And he was quite a fat guy. And if you saw this guy, you would 100%, you would definitely underestimate this guy because he was a cheerful, quite a cheerful chap. So he was quite a cheerful chap. And you would definitely underestimate him, I'm telling you, 100%. And when I actually met this guy, he basically told me, he said to me, don't take me for a fool. This guy, I just met this guy and we were a friend, hi, hello, And I think a lot of people probably took Mad Harry for a fool when they first met him. And he said, don't take me for a fool because I'm no idiot and I'm not a fool. And I just thought, oh, okay, oh, okay, that's okay, okay, Harry, so to speak. And just never thought anything about it. Anyway, if you use your loaf, you'll have an idea what this guy were into. Anyway, I didn't see Mad Harry for quite a number of years. And he says, one day I'll come and visit you. I might chat about him in more depth some other time. And, so what my daddy did is they're knock at door. And I can't remember the place he's from. Anyway, he's from Newcastle that way out. And they're a knock at door and this were about what? I think they're about 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I lived with my other girlfriend in England. And it was my Harry, and he had a big BMW. And like I said, he was not particularly a good looking guy, and he was quite fat. Stocky, but fat, right? And wow, he's got this girl with him, and he told me about this girl before. And this girl, she owned a pizza shop. I'll not go too far into this because I don't like you to know too much detail. And she got this pizza shop, and that's what she did, and her family did for a living. Wow, she was a stunner. This girl was absolutely wow, sexy. She was a stunner. I think she was English, Italian, and she was a beautiful girl. Long black hair, just wow. And I saw her and I saw her and I thought, and I said, this your girlfriend? And his girlfriend were chatting to me, and Harry was chatting to my girlfriend, and she says, oh, he was Durham. He come from Durham. So my daddy lives in Durham. She says, oh, last week we had a bit of trouble and Harry were running round Durham, right village, and he was stabbing people up. But don't forget, he weren't just stabbing people up. He had some trouble, okay. And the way he sorted this trouble out is he went and started to fight, and some people you just can't fight with your hands, so it come to knives and fighting and stabbing up. And she really liked this, and she was telling me she thought it were really funny. And well, she's quite a nice girl, but you just never know what turns a girl on. But I just wondered with some of you guys, do you think all the Filipino girls would take you down? Do you think a lot of girls would take you down? Do you think that? I just wondered. I'm like a zombie because I was up early this morning. I didn't sleep last night. Dogs were barking all night. Cockerels going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Cockerels were going like crazy. So that were it. Hopefully I can. Good morning. So, like I said, a lot of friendly girls here, a lot of friendly people in the Philippines, and I just wondered your view. Listen, we're allowed to make mistakes. It's no one's fault. Okay, it's not your fault. You made a mistake. Don't listen to fools. Go your own way. if you make a mistake, hopefully we learn by it. Now, so what do you guys think? We're a woman, we're a girl. All Filipinos are going to take you down. Now then, this were really interesting, and I thought this were really funny. You know, that bike of yours, mate, or that bike of yours, pal, you know, she'll sell that to a lazy Filipina. There is a lot of lazy Filipino people. There's a lot of lazy English people as well. And there's a lot of lazy people all over the world. But, you know, so my bike, according to some of you guys, I've no chance of getting house. I'm on my own. And I'll be starving in prison and I won't have any money in prison, according to some of you guys. And, you know, I just wondered, what do you think? What do you think? Do you actually think? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please share the videos. Please help support in the way of $1. So what do you think then? You know, will Jovelyn not sign that house over to me once I'm in prison or once I go back to UK to you, Joe? So it's one of them, and some lazy fat Filipina or some lazy Filipina guy. I'll be running round Mercia with my motorbike, with a tricycle on it, doing tricycle driving. Is that what you think will really happen? And what would I do if this was case? So just imagine Jovelyn does do this. She thinks, well, you know, stuff you, this is my house. I've always said, right, and I'm gonna have to put this in Jovelyn's head. If anything ever happened to me, I want my house to go to my daughter, okay? I want my daughter to be looked after. And I will chat to Jovelyn about this. That's if anything ever happened to me. But you know, I'll let Jovelyn find an house and work before she did sign it over to my daughter. So, you know, that's about it, guys. Will my motorbike be running round Mercia with a lazy Filipina on it, and they'll split the profit, and so Jovelyn gets an house and she gets a nice little business? Just wondered what your thoughts were. Well, not so really, because I will sell the motorbike and I will actually go into back holiday and just slam that money on desk and say, you know, I miss, you know, I'm overdue, you know, this is as much money as I've got, you know, this is all I've got to pay my immigration. Now, this is very interesting. You know, mate, yeah, I can't really remember offhand. I'm still like a zombie. You know, mate, you're just not, you know, British consulate won't help you. What will happen is you'll just go to prison. You'll be there for 2 years. So be it. You'll be there for 2 years and that'll be that. And the British consulate will not help you when it comes to money. So, well, it looks like I'm going to be doing a lot of prison time. And it's as simple as that. So, you know, whether they help me or not, we'll have to see. Unless you work for the British consulate. But I had another really good comment. It's a couple of weeks back. And I told you what the comment was in a previous video. A guy, you know, COVID-19, his dad actually was stuck here. And the British consulate actually helped his father, his dad, his papa, to actually get back to, I think it was England. So, you know, I don't really believe a lot of what you guys say, because you do give just crappy information and false information, and that's why I don't listen to a lot of you guys. But I do really appreciate you guys that make the good comments, and I do listen to you guys, okay? So that's going to be it. Jovelyn keeps the house, she's got my motorbike, and to you, Joe. Well, what am I going to do about it? If that what case, I won't do anything about it. Do you want me to find Jovelyn, break her legs, do something bad to her? No, you know, what I would actually do is think, well, I've lost that, move on. Good luck to the girl. If that's what happens, good luck to the girl. I know a lot of you guys would be very, very hateful towards that lady, but to me, I learned a big, big lesson. If that is the case, I learned a big lesson, and I've got big enough balls to move on, right? Now, if that were in England and that were a man, probably a different case. I'd want my money, and I would get my money, believe you or me, or we'd both be in trouble. So, we'd both lose. So, make a comment. Simple as that, really. Hopefully, I've got enough storage to upload this video. So that's about it, guys. Let me know in the comments what's happening. If I'm ever in Angeles City, I'll have a good cup of coffee with you. So, girls, listen, guys, don't get married. Don't come to the Philippines. Don't come here and piss about. We're talking serious now. Don't come here and start messing around with nice Filipina girls, okay? Come here and respect the girl. If you want to marry the lady, she's a nice lady, she's got a good family. Marry the girl. Don't come here and mess about. I'll tell you another story. I'm not in a story mood, and because I ain't got much storage, I do apologise if I'm actually rushing through the. Right, so this was many years ago before I came to the Philippines. I would actually chat, like I said, respect. If you want to come here and you want to go with bar girls and you want prostitutes, go and do that. That's your business. But don't be doing that and have a nice girl as well. Okay. Right, so what did I want to chat about? Just give me a moment because my back's killing me. Right, many years ago before I actually came to the Philippines, I actually wanted to go to Thailand. And I actually wanted to meet a Thai girl and marry a Thai lady. Didn't know about Philippines. The King and I, Miss Anna Yulbrina, beautiful Thai girls. And that was my dream from being a young guy, being a boy actually, not a young guy, being a boy. Just a moment, so that was my dream, meet a lovely Thai woman, girl, and get married. So, my dream coming here to Philippines. I didn't know about Philippines, so I was looking at Thailand. And that's my dream to go there next. Thailand's my dream, and it can be easily accomplished. So, what it was, chatting to this girl from the Philippines, and she got quite upset, this girl, and she was only a young girl. She was a lady, young lady. She was 18-year-old. She told me this guy's name. What happened was, a guy from England came here to the Philippines, and he met this girl, and this girl was a virgin, and he stopped at the parents' house, and this girl actually chatted to this guy for a long time online. Now, this Filipina girl thought this guy was going to marry her, so she gave him a virginity, so that they had sex this night. And he got up, this guy, at middle at night, and this girl thought, well, it is quite a long time. And she got up and she opened the door and she looked, and this guy were on his phone, and she could see what texting other girls. So he's come to the Philippines, gone to bed with this girl, took her virginity, and he's on his phone to other girls. Next morning, this guy's left. I would have broke your damn legs. I would have broke your jaw, and I would have broke your damn legs. No ifs, no buts, right? I would have broke your damn legs. And this guy were, I think he were in his 60s, this guy. She told me the guy's name. She told me where the guy lived. Can't remember the guy's name. Somewhere in UK. Can't remember whereabouts. Quite a well-to-do place, actually. I know what place I just can't think of, and quite a well-to-do place. I would have brought your damn legs, you damn pig. So family has invited this guy into their home, and like I said, he's took the girl's virginity, and then he's on his phone and he's pissed off. Yeah, he's buggered off the next morning to some other girl, And that's what I keep telling you, Filipino girls. Be very, very careful who you let into your life. Same with you nice guys, lot of lovely guys, lot of lovely girls. Be careful who you let into your life. So that's what he did, the scumbag. And you know, that's what I would actually do to you. And I won't think twice. Can I do it? Yeah, I can easily do it. If I can if I can kill a chicken, I've got respect for a chicken. Got no respect for a scumbag like you guys that are doing this. And I met a guy not so long ago, and this is another story. And I met him in Plaza, and I know he spies on my YouTube. And you know, whenever he sees me, he takes a wide berth. You know, listen, be very, very careful. I will say it again, I will repeat it. Be careful who you let into your life, whether it's a girl or a boy. And I actually want to finish off, but I will chat on the subject a little more. Right, you're lovely guys, right? Nice guys, you know, very helpful guys. You know, I know there's a lot of good guys around. I've met a lot of you good guys, right? And as soon as I started to YouTube, met a lot of you nice guys. Nobody's perfect, you know. Girls. Now, some of you guys will actually meet a woman, and that's what you want. You want a lovely, sexy woman, just a nice, lovely woman that can cook. That's a nice woman to be with. But right, a lady. I'm sorry to upset some of you ladies, but my opinion with some of you girls, and I can go into this more depth, I do actually think you would be very hard done by. It would be very, very hard for you guys to find a nice girl that would just take you on face value. Right, as it is, I'm poor. I've got no damn money. I'm in England, I ain't got a penny. And I'm chatting to a lovely girl. I meet a lovely girl in a restaurant. And, you know, I think, oh, wow, she's quite a lovely girl. Really nice personality. Talks nice. And she's got money. She's quite a nice girl. She works. The type of girl I would like to marry. The type of girl I want. Hi, hello. And what's your job? Well, at the minute, miss, I'm unemployed. And whoosh, hello? Well, where's that girl? Has anyone seen the girl? What girl? Oh, we saw a girl and she went, whoosh, she just shot out of the door. So as soon as you tell that lady you're unemployed and you've got no money, she's off. And I do think this is true with a lot of you girls. So, you know, I don't know what's wrong with you girls. Girls, is money everything? Yeah, we know money makes the world go round, but is money everything? Would you not rather have a nice guy, a sexy guy, a loving guy, a guy that's good with your kids? Or would you just like any guy, any age? You know, so long as that guy can be a crappy guy, you know, not a very nice guy, and you've got a nice poor guy, a rich nasty guy. Don't get me wrong, a lot of rich nice guys, I'm not saying that. But girls, you need that money, don't you? Girls are wired up different to a man. Listen, don't think I don't know. Don't think Paul Reg, don't think Joy in the Philippines is a damn fool. I've told you before, do not judge a book by its cover. I'm quite a nice guy, I've got a good personality, but I've told you before, guys, I can actually turn it on. If you're very, very nasty, I can actually turn it on, just like you guys can. So, you know, I just wondered, what's your thoughts? You know, you ladies, maybe you ladies, listen, I know you ladies are going to say I'm wrong, but I actually think I'm quite right, girls. I actually think I think someone's shouting me. I think 95% of you girls will actually go with that money. And I've got no doubt in my mind. So, you know, how do we crack this, guys? Guys, you have to be successful. You have to have that money to keep some of these women. Now, there's a lot more, and we can go into it. I'll go into it another day. Please like, please subscribe, please share the videos. In the way of a dollar, please help support In the Way of a Dollar. You know, we really are broke. And sooner or later, I just need to now go to immigration. Anzo, or whatever your damn name is, listen, I know immigration are missing me, okay. You've no need to keep making your comments. I know they're missing me and they want to see me. Sooner or later, I'm sure they will. Take care, God bless. Happy Holy Week. In fact, it's the end of Holy Week. So just have a lovely day. Take care, guys. Make a comment. Don't forget to share these videos. And I will have a sit down one day. Another comment. You're probably right, Guy. You know, I'm probably not famous for thought, but you do not know who you're talking to. You know, you just sat there and you think you're important, and you think you think of everything. You know, I do know that some of you guys. Well, you may be right. Thought or thinking might not be my strong point, and maybe I need to stop overthinking and just think. And then what I normally do, guys, I don't bugger about. I make a decision. Once I make a decision, that's it. I go for it, and that decision's done. I don't ponder. If I've got money and there's money involved, I don't ponder if I lose that money, so what? So I hope you've got me drift. So you might be right, Guy, to this guy that made the comment. I think your strong point is not thinking. Well, you might be right, but you know, you might be very wrong. Who knows? So, I'm not just going to keep thinking for the sake of thinking. Lovely day.